The Leslie at Words Are Live channel would like to welcome Peter McGeehan.
Hello, my name is Peter, and this is a fictional story, but based on true events, and it's called Night on the Train. A gleaming UPS parcel truck appeared at the gate. The driver, immaculately uniformed, leapt from the near side door, sprinted to the rear of the vehicle, and extracted a large box. The doorbell announced the arrival of Billy's latest internet purchase, a full medieval armorial uniform and gleaming full-body armour set. Billy was delighted. Very soon he would be able to wear his armour at the Enthusiasts Medieval Tournament and Fair to be held at Conway Castle in North Wales. Billy had not fully thought out his plan for that day. He lived in Warrington and relied on public transport to get about. No matter, he had managed perfectly well to get to other events in a variety of costumes, most of which could be carried in a bag to the event at which he would change. The knight's kit was rather cumbersome to carry, so Billy decided to wear the kit for the whole journey. It took nearly an hour to sort it all out and try on all the components. It was not exactly made to measure, so everything was tight and there was reduced mobility. The reality was that it was intended to use while sat on a horse, not to walk about in. Despite the problems, Billy was keen to fulfill his dream of being a knight for the big event. Soon the big day was upon him. He rose at 5 a.m, quickly consumed his favourite bacon and tomatoes, and then commenced the fitting of his robe and armour. By 7 a.m, he stood in front of the full-length mirror to admire Sir Billy of Warrington. People driving and walking in the area were quite surprised to see a knight in full armour walking the streets of Warrington, as Billy set off on a 10-minute walk to the bus station. It was to be a short journey to Bank Quay Station to catch the Chester train. The first problem, apart from the restriction in walking normally, was boarding the bus, with limited vision through the helmet visor. The slightly small helmet was difficult to get on. He had to put a doorpost to get it on, and now he couldn't get it off. With typical Liverpudlian humour, the bus driver suggested he should have got onto the night service, much to the amusement of passengers. The next problem was accessing his wallet, which was in a pocket now sealed in by the breastplate. It was a busy trip, so the driver just told him to sit down. More heads were turned at the station, and Billy realised that he would certainly have to get money for his train ticket. A trip to the toilet was also needed, so this would provide the opportunity to gain access to his wallet. Visitors to the toilet were then treated to the sounds of battering and clanging from one of the cubicles, interlaced with some mild swearing, as Billy partly dismantled his armour to relieve himself and get his wallet from his pocket. Ticket bought, Billy attained celebrity status as people took photos and posed with him. Boarding the train didn't go smoothly. With limited vision, Billy misjudged the gap between the platform and the train. His left leg became firmly trapped as he fell into it. After several members of staff failed to extract him, a forklift was called to lift him back onto the platform. It was established that Billy was not injured due to the armour protection. The train, now 30 minutes late, was left for Chester with Billy safely on board. Whilst at the train station, Billy was mobbed by a hen party. They teased him relentlessly and, of course, demanded many photos and selfies, with Billy forced into all sorts of poses and positions which were not very knight-like. At Chester, they carried him off the train and pretended to fuss over him, whilst at the same time strapping a sex doll to his back. After being taunted by one and all for some 10 minutes, a kind soul removed the doll, but now the bank. Billy needed some cash for the day ahead. Again, due to limited vision and poor mobility, Billy could not use a cash machine, so it was a personal appearance inside the branch. Security pointed out that the helmet needed to be removed, but of course this could not be achieved by Billy himself. He sought the help of the security guard and a couple of customers to help pull the helmet off. Billy secured himself against the handrail whilst the two helpers pulled at the helmet. The helmet held firmly until it suddenly released, sending the two helpers tumbling over a glass table and demolishing several promotional stands. With the table now broken and hundreds of leaflets scattered everywhere, the staff were only too pleased to give Billy his £20 and get rid of him. Now, helmet under his arm, Billy boarded the next train to Conway. With better vision, he boarded safely for his outward leg. Billy managed to keep out of trouble for this journey. All that remained was the walk from the station to the castle. A visit to the shops was irresistible. Billy felt he should get a little gift for his long-suffering mother. Gift shops were, of course, quite numerous, but one in particular caught Billy's eye. The lure of cheaper ranges of gifts, plus the fact that the elderly shopkeeper reminded him of his mum, were deciding factors in making him explore the interior. The search was going well, until Billy leaned over a countertop with open compartments, several of which contained a large variety of fridge magnets. The metallic armour created a storm of novelty magnets which clattered and clustered around the unfortunate knight. Billy now formed an integral part of the shop display. It took some time to extract all the magnets stuck to his suit. Billy made up in part for all this disruption by spending 50p. At long last, Billy made it to the tournament. At last he was in the right place at the right time. He never did get the helmet back on. It was a hot day and his head had expanded slightly. By the end of the day, Billy was exhausted. He was fortunate enough to discover a kindly trader from Warrington who offered him a lift home. Perhaps his next adventure at a costumed event would be better planned, but then maybe not.